My name is Coach Watt, and I'll be taking the topic on the Excel sheet template, how to make use of the Excel sheet template. But before I proceed, I would like to give thanks to our coaches, Coach Mo and Coach Salisi, for this privilege they've given to me to present to you guys once more. Someone said he's not hearing me. Dollar Queen, can you hear me? Let's know if it's from Queen Blessing. Please, if you can hear me, respond. Okay. So check your mic, Queen Blessing, please. Check your mic, please. If there's anyone who cannot hear me, also you notify me, please. So I'll proceed. So, like I said, we have from Magic 1 down to Magic 8. And the crypto market has two seasons. We have the bull season and the bear season. So in the bull and bear season, we have what works. Bull season is when the prices of the crypto market is going high, while bear season is when the price of the crypto market is going down. So in both seasons, we have what works. That is why we have Magic 1 down to Magic 8. Now for Magic 1, 3, and 5, we make use of it because we are currently in the bull season. Other magic, we make use of it when we are in the bear season. So for Magic 1, it says it covers for 30% dip. Magic 3 covers for 25% dip, and Magic 5 covers for 50% dip. And someone who is new on this call will be wondering, what does that mean? Now, each of these magic have a minimum amount you can use with it. For Magic 1 is a minimum of $320. For Magic 3 is a minimum of $100. For Magic 5 is a minimum of $520. So what does covers for 30% dip? It means that if you are using a default settings, the trade will only go against you if it has dipped by minus 30%. So when the market has dipped by minus 30%, what does it mean? It means that the entire 320 have been spread across different levels. To this point, let's assume from this point to this point, your entire 320 have been spread across this level. So at that point, you will say it has dipped by minus 30%. So you don't need to panic. You don't need to fear. Yeah, we don't lose money. The only thing we can lose here is time. The time you are waiting for your coin to sell. So at that point, you are waiting for the coin to sell. Across this level, as the price starts going up, it starts giving you profit across these different levels. If you need zero, please, you are distracting our class with your writing on our screen. Please, it's better for you not to even do anything. Just leave your screen like that, please. Thank you. So once it has spread 320 from this level down to this level, all you need to do, it means it has dipped by minus 30%. All you need to do is wait patiently. As the price is going up, it starts selling across these different levels and start giving you profit until it ends and closes the entire trade. That is what it means by covers for 30% dip. The same thing covers for 25% dip. For 25% dip, it means that your entire $100 have been spread across these different levels. Once it has been spread across these different levels, it means at this point, it has dipped by minus 25%. So all you need to do is to wait patiently. As the price is going up, it begins to sell at these different levels and give you profit at these different levels. The same thing applies for Magic 5. Magic 5 is minimum of 520. So what does it mean? It means that your 520 will be spread across these different levels. And once it's exhausted across this different level, it means it has dipped by minus 50%. You don't need to panic. As the price is going up, it starts selling across these different levels and start giving you your profit. That is what it means by that. So today we are going to be treating Magic 3, which is minimum of $100, which is a good start for people who just came on board. Most people are making use of $100. So it is a good start for us in this class rather. So on Magic 3, you click on Magic 3, it brings out the Magic 3 template for you. So we are going to talk about this Magic 3 template and pay attention to it, please. And drop your questions on the chat. I will attend to those questions. Now, this is our own configuration you will give to your royal queue. And once you give your royal queue this configuration, your royal queue trades for you based on this configuration. While you are sleeping, you are going about your 9 to 5 or your any other activities for the day. The robot takes charge based on this configuration. Now you see that we said that minimum Magic 3 is minimum of $100. So if you have from $100 down to $319, you can make use of Magic 1. But once you have 320, sorry, you can make use of Magic 3. Once you have 320, your 320 can go for Magic 1 settings. Now we have 100 to 319. We can use Magic 1. But take note of this, please. If you have $319, I will not allow you to use, or we are not going to allow you to use the entire $319 trading just one coin. Trading just one coin, please. Now, there is what we call risk management here. Now, on each coin, coin A, coin B, the minimum amount you can use to trade each coin is $100. Take note. The minimum amount is $100. So $100 should be assigned to each coin. Now, if you have 319, we don't advise you to use your entire 319 to trade 3 coins. If you do that, it's like you putting your eggs in only one basket. But rather, we are going to tell you to diversify your portfolio. How do you diversify your portfolio? It's simply by dividing this 319 by 3. It will come out 100 and something plus. Let's say 102, for instance. So meaning you can trade 3 coins using this 319. This your 319 can trade you 3 coins using Magic 3 settings. So Magic 3 setting is minimum of $100. So meaning coin A, I will have 102 inside. Coin B, I'll have another 102 inside. Coin C, I'll have another 102 inside, for instance. Now it means you are trading 3 coins at a time. So in case this is slow, this is taking time to sell, this will come out faster. In case this is taking time to slow, this will come out faster. So you have options. So it's just like 2 people having a shop A and shop B. Shop A and shop B. Shop A is selling rice, garri, and beans. Shop B is selling only garri. Between shop A and shop B, obviously, who is going to be selling, who have the chances to sell almost every day? You guys will agree with me that it is shop A, because shop A has different options. So if someone does not come to buy rice today, people will come to buy garri and beans. The only person that is selling rice, shop B that is selling rice, might not sell that day because the demand for rice is low. That is why we advise you to always diversify your portfolio. It is known as risk management. So having said that, now let's assume we have a minimum capital of 150. Let's use 150. I don't want to use $100. Or let's use $100 for what people have. $100. So all I need to do is I will come to first, before I talk about that, risk type is radical. What does radical mean? It means you want to put your royal queue on radical mode because the crypto market moves aggressively to and fro like this. So you want your robot to trade based on the movement of the market. You don't want it to be conservative. You don't want it to be unsteady. You want it to trade based on the market. Let it be aggressive with the market to take advantage and make profit for you. So you want to leave it at radical. Their remark is 180. Okay, sorry, remark for people who are using $100. Remark is the amount, your initial capital you want to use to trade, which is $100 for a newbie. Minimum is $100 for a newbie. Sorry about my $100. Now, all you need to do is you come and edit this. You edit this 180 and put your $100. So once you put the $100, what will happen? No, before then we have 180. Let's see. Let me show you something. This was our 180 that we had here. So guys, take note of what happens to this multiple buying ratio when I change it to $100. Now I want to use a capital of $100. All I will do is I'll come here and change, edit it $100. So once I edit it, you see that my multiple buying ratio has changed. So giving me $100 settings. So if I have $100 and I'm using 180 settings, if I have $100, I am using 180 settings. What it means is that I am under trading. I am using a setting that is beyond my capital. So if I have $100, I want to make use of my $100 setting. If I have 180, I want to make use of 180 settings. Take note of that. So we are using $100 settings. So you put on your remark $100. Now for first buying amount is 15. Now this is the I normally use something to illustrate to make you understand better. Now, what is first buying amount? Let's assume I have $100 in my hand and I want to visit the market. And in that particular market I usually visit, I have a friend shop that based on sentiment, I always go to that my friend shop. So let's make the friend shop shop A. Then I have other shops that I will visit also, about seven shops. So let's name it shop 1 down to shop 7. Take note of that. What do I want to go and buy in the market? I want to buy a product known as pepper. So you people can relate with pepper. Pepper is the name of a physical product and is the name of a cryptocurrency coin. So I want to buy pepper. Now that I want to buy pepper from the market, so I have made my decision to visit my friend's shop to buy pepper first before going through these 7 shops to buy the same pepper. Now, based on sentiment, I will come to my friend's shop. But before I left the house, I have in my mind the fixed amount I want to spend in this my friend's shop. I'm not going to spend more. I'm not going to spend less. Out of this $100, I have how much I want to spend, and that amount I want to spend is this $15. So this amount I'm willing to spend first from this $100 in my friend's shop is what is known as the first buying amount. I hope that is clear. Is what is known as the first buying amount. I hope that is clear. Then open position double. So first buying amount is the first amount your robot will always use from this $100 to buy at the first instance. Now position double, open position double, do not enable it. Now what is the consequence of enabling it? Now this is the check. I already made in my mind a fixed amount I want to spend in my friend's shop. I'm not going to spend more, I'm not going to spend less. So I came to my friend's shop eventually, and he or she started talking into me, trying to convince me this pepper is the best, its quality is this, you need more, you need to keep it, the pepper scarcity and the rest. After talking into me, I went to enable this open position double. That is, she now pressed my mumu button. Now, instead of me to use $15, I have decided, I now went to double it and use $30. Now, what is the implication? Because I have used $30, the effect now is, the negative effect now is, whatever is left for me, which is the $70, will not be enough for me to go through these 7 shops. And I don't want that. So no matter what my friend is going to say, I am not going to allow her to press my mumu button, which will now make this open position double to be enabled. No, you want to disable it. So if you enable your open position double, it means that the robot, instead of using $15, is going to use $30 to buy at the first instance. AI margin calls do not enable. What is the effect of enabling AI margin call? Remember, we told you that this is a semi-automated robot for you to have control and ownership. So the control and ownership is in this configuration and settings you are giving and instructing the robot to do. So if you enable AI margin call, you are telling the AI, go against this my settings, buy at your discretion, sell at your discretion. We don't want that. So always ensure that your AI margin call is disabled. Margin call limit is 7. Now, what does margin call limit 7 mean? It means that I will go through the 7 shops. So I'm using the word shop for you guys to relate. That I'm going to use my $100 across 7 shops. Yeah, we call it calls. We call it calls, but I'm calling it shop for you to relate. So the margin call limit refers to the 7 shop which I want to buy pepper across at different price. All position take profit ratio. I will talk about this later. Please remind me just in case I forget. Now let's go to all position take profit callback. Please pay attention. This is a very unique feature of Rqtmi that most exchanges do not have. So if you are trading on exchanges, you will not see these features. Now let me explain what it is. Now this is the principle the whole position take profit works with. Remember, we are trading on the spot market, and on the spot market the idea is to buy low and sell high. Let's assume we want to buy pepper, P for pepper, at the price of $5, and we want to sell pepper at the price of $10. Now you guys will agree with me that between $5 to $10 there is a profit of $5 here. So that is what I am expecting, $5 profit. So I entered this trade. This trade becomes my entering point. And this $10 is my target point. I want to exit the trade at this point. So I enter at this point, and the crypto market start moving like this, like this, like this, like this, go up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And suddenly there was a spike. Sudden spike, this spike, sudden spike. Now, naturally, I was supposed to come out at this point and get my $5 alongside with my capital. But because of this sudden spike, the robot did not release this $5 alongside with my capital. So what happens is that it held it to this point. Now it was waiting for a callback of 0.01. Now let's assume the callback of 0.01 was at this point. And at this point, we have here is $10, $12. Now, callback of 0.01 brought us to a $12 point. Now, you will agree with me that between these points of $10 to this point of $12, there is a $2 here. There's a $2 here. Now, what the robot does is it will wait for this callback to return by 0.01. As it gets to this point, it is going to release your profit and your capital. But this time, it is going to release your profit, this $2 plus this $5, which is total of $7. So as against, which is total of $7, as against the $5 you were expecting initially. So what profit is going to give you is going to give you a total profit of $7 alongside with your capital. So that is the function of all position take profit callback. If this is clear, please, I need clear on the chart, please. For the newbies, if this is clear, I need clear on the chart, please. So that is the function of all position take profit callback. Then for buying callback is 0.01. 0.0 buying callback makes use of the same principle. Dollar Queen, are you with me?
Yes, coach, yes.
Uh, Now, buying callback makes use of the same principle, but this time you use it for buying. Why? For opposition take profit callback, you use it for making profit. Now, remember we are still trading on the spot market and we always want to buy low and sell high. So now you want to buy the same pepper, but the pepper is at a particular price of $10 right now. And now you want to buy low so you can sell. You want to buy at $5 for Eastern. Now you have seen the price. Robert, when it gets to $5, pick my first $15 for me. That is when you should buy. Now the market start moving downtrend up. Down. Now the robot was because of the sudden spike, it did not. So he had to wait for a return of a of 0.01. Let's assume 0. Let's assume it is $4. It is going to peak at this $4, thereby buying more cheaper for you. You intended to buy at $5. Then now, because of this sudden spike that returned by 0.01, he had to buy more cheaper for you at $4, meaning you are going to come out of the trade faster. So the more cheaper you buy, the faster you come out of the trade. So that is that for buying cover. Now, distribution take profit allocation. It cannot be adjusted, please. It cannot be adjusted for Efinix. That is 0.01. That is what we use. We have our margin we work with, please. So now, distributed take profit allocation, fifth call to seventh call. The fifth call to seventh call, which I am going to talk about distributed take profit allocation alongside with opposition take profit. Please, these two, we will talk about them at the same time. Take note of that. Now, for stop position take profits, call back. Now, if you look at stop position take profit and O position take profits, it is the same principle I explained earlier. The same principle with O position take profit callback is the same principle with stop position take profit callback. But what then is the difference? The difference is the different shops that it occurs. Now, for O position take profit callback, you experience it from shop 1 to shop 4, or from my friend shop, from that my friend shop, shop A down to shop 4. So shop 1, shop 2, shop 3, down to shop 4. You experience O position take profit there. But for sub position take profit, you experience it, you begin to experience it from the 5th shop to the 7th shop. 5th, 6th to the 7th shop. So that is the difference between O position take profit callback and stop position take profit callback, but they work with the same principle. Take note of that, please. Then for strategy period, one shot. Now for strategy period, we have two types of strategy period. We have what we call the one shot, and we have what we call circle or autopilot. We call it autopilot or circle. Now, I will explain circle for you. Now, first, circle is for people who do not have time. Probably the nature of their job, the nature of their work will never give them the time to do this. So if you don't have time, you should have money. Dollar Queen, please post the amount needed for circle on the chart. Let them see it. If you don't have time,
Okay,
you
coach.
should. If you don't have time, you should have money. Money. So if you have a from 3,000 plus, which she is going to post on the chart for you to see, we are going to automate your trade for you. Now, if you have about $3,615, we are going to automate 7 coins for you. 7 coins, put it on automation for you. And each of these coins, B, C, D, E, F, G, let's assume these are the coins. We are going to automate it. And each of
Coach,
these
I've
coins,
done it.
okay, thank you. And each of these coins, we are going to put a fixed take profit, maybe 3%, 3%, 3%, 3%, 3% on it. So what this means is when coin A sells, the robot will automatically go and pick it again and continue. When coin B sells, it will automatically pick it again and continue. When coin C sells, it will recycle it and continue that same coin. When coin D sells, it will recycle. So that is how it will be recycling your trade as it's selling on 3%, steady 3%, until you decide to go and stop it and change the take profit again. But it will be giving you 3% of whatever profit you have in each of the coin continuously. All you need to learn to do is how to transfer your profit from your spot wallet to your funding wallet, so that the robot will not use your profit to recycle with your capital again. I hope that is understood. Now, take note, for Circle, you are not learning any skill. This is known as autopilot. We put it on automation. Now, what is the profit like for Circle? For Circle, the profit is the average monthly profit. Average monthly profit is between 5% to 50% of your capital. To 50% of your capital. Now, what does that mean? Let's assume you started in January, and the first month you made about 70% of your capital. The second month you made about, let's say you made about 30% of your capital. And the third month, which is March, you did not make any money, 0% of your capital. Now, when you add 70 plus 30 plus 0, it will give you 100. Now, 100 divided by the 3 months will give you 33%. So what this means that each month you made 33% of your capital. So that is what we meant by average monthly profit between 5% to 50% of your capital. So there are months you are going to make even 80%. There are months you are going to make 50%. There are months you are going to make, there are some months you make 0%. So the month you made very good will cover from that month of 0%. So depending on the market in that particular month, please take note, that is what we meant by average monthly profit between 5% to 50% monthly. Take note of that. That is that for Circle. Now, for one shot. Now, one shot is for people who want to learn skill. You want to learn skill, and you also do not have capital. You are also thinking of a skill that you can impart into your loved ones, your wife, your children, your relations, so that they can experience true financial freedom. So you want to learn skill and you don't have enough capital. Let's assume you are starting off with $100. Of course, you need skill. You need skill to do that, to multiply your money. So you want to learn one shot. Now, for one shot, what is the average monthly profit like? For one shot, it means that once you place a trade, on this trade A, you have your $100 inside here, and maybe you are taking 3% of it. Once this trade delivers, the robot will not go and pick it again. It closes the trade. You will now have to pick another trade B. On this trade, you can now decide to take profit of 5%. Once it sells, you will go and pick another coin C. You can take on this a profit of 4%. When it sells, you can go and pick another coin D and take a profit of 10%. So you are at a liberty of taking different take profits depending on the signal that you get from the signal group, or depending on the way you analyze it, if you have learned how to analyze, please. So that is that. So for one short, what is the average monthly profit like? The average profit monthly for one short is between 5% to 100% of your capital. 5% to 100% of your capital. So let's assume you got started in January. The first month you made 80% of your capital. The second month you make 50% of your capital. The third month is 0% of your capital. When you total 80 plus 50 plus 0, it will be giving you, I think, 130. Divide 130 by 3. You have almost 43 point something percent. So each month, in each of those months, you made 43 point something percent of your capital. I hope this is clear. So that is that for one shot. So in one shot, you are learning skills. You are learning on how to manipulate the robot to your advantage. You are learning how to analyze the crypto market. You are learning a lot of things you are going to learn. Yeah, a lot of things you are going to learn. So that is that on one shot. Now let's come back to margin configuration. In this margin configuration, is divided into two parts. We have the margin call drop, and we have what we call the multiple buy-in ratio. Now, it is at this point I am going to talk about the all position take profit ratio and the distributed take profit ratio allocation. Now, it is divided into two parts, the margin call configuration, which we have the margin call drop and we have the multiple buy-in ratio. So I will go back again to my illustration. I have $100 and I want to visit the market. I will, based on sentiment, visit my friend's shop. Then I'll also visit 7 other shops. What I want to buy is pepper from these different shops. Now, I have in mind that the money I want to spend in my friend's shop is $15. I'm not going to spend more than that. When I go to my friend's shop, so let's pay attention to the margin call drop. Then later we'll talk about the multiple buying ratio so that it doesn't get confusing. So now I got to my friend's shop. Oh boy, how much you dey sell your pepper? He told me, say, he sells a pepper for one pepper, he sells for $5. One pepper, he sells for $5. I said, okay. After much pricing negotiation, I feel, okay, this is the best price to buy. So I have to use my $15 to buy at $5. So what it means that I could only buy 3 pieces of pepper at the rate of $15 because each pepper costs $5. So at the point my robot used my $15 to buy was when pepper was costing $5. Take note of that. So that is when I bought at my friend's shop. Now, the next thing I will now have, what do I, since I've used $15 here from this $100, what I have left from the $100 is $85. So it is this $85 I want to use to go through these shops, this shop 1 to shop 7. $85 I want to use. So the question now is, when do I start going into the first shop, second shop, third shop, or the fourth shop? There must be something that was trigger me to enter the first shop, and I'm waiting for that thing. What is that thing that will trigger me? Remember, we buy low and sell high. We buy low and sell high. So because your royalty boat does not use your entire $100 to buy at one particular spot, because it understands that the market moves to and fro. So when the market is going down, it takes advantage on the dip and start buying for you gradually. And that is known as DC, is doing DCA for you, dollar cost averaging. So if you are trading on an exchange, you will use your entire $100 and buy pepper at $5. That is what you do, and hold your coin. So when the price start dropping, you start seeing your money reducing from $100 to 99, from 99 to 85. That is what most people experience in the exchange. But with Rqtmi understands that the crypto market goes up and down. So what it does is, instead of using your $100 to buy at a spot, it takes $15 out of it and buy when it saw pepper at $5 from my friend's shop. So what is left is $85. Now, for me to enter the first shop to buy, the idea is I want to buy cheaper than what I bought in my friend's shop, which is this $5. So now, for me to enter this first shop, I need to see that this $5 drop to like $4.7. So once the price has dropped to $4.7, it will trigger me to come to the first shop to buy. So that is, for it to drop from $5 to $4.7, it means that it has dropped by 1%. Take note, that is why you are seeing this one here. So when the price I bought at $5 dropped by 1%, the current price will now be 4.7. It will trigger me to come into shop 1 and enter to buy pepper. Now the new price is now 4.7. Now take note, when I enter the first shop, I did not know how much I will use to buy pepper. But when I enter my friend's shop, I knew I was going to use $15. So we are going to come to how much I used in the first shop. But what we are interested in, at what point will I enter the first shop? So at the point I enter the first shop is when the price I bought for my friend, which is $5, dropped by 1%. So 1% of $5, for instance, we use it to be 4.7. So the price dropped from $5 to 4.7. So meaning the current price now is 4.7. Now, I'm waiting also to enter the second shop. There must be something that will trigger me to enter the second shop. For me to enter the second shop, it means the current price, which is 4.7, has to drop by 5%. So if it drops by 5%, it means that the new price is now around 4.0. So when I'm seeing the new price around 4.0, it will trigger me to enter the second shop and buy again from my money. Then for me to enter the third shop, I have to wait. Now the new current price is 4.0, for instance. Now, for me to enter the third shop, the new current price, which is 4.0, has to drop by 1%. So let's assume that a drop in 1% is giving me a new price of 3.8. So when the price is 3.8, it will trigger me to enter the third shop, which means it has dropped by 1.8. Now, for me to enter the fifth shop, for me to enter the fourth shop, the 3.8, which is the current price, has to drop by 5%. So that is what explains margin call drop. So as it drops, as each current price begins to drop by the percentage here that you have, the robber will start using your money bit by bit and will start buying across these 7 shops. So by the time it buys across these 7 shops, you will see that your entire $100 has been spread from the first call, from the first buying amount, which is 15, to the first call down to the 7th call. Your entire $100 is now inside the trade. At that point, it has dipped by minus 25%, which I was explaining at the dashboard earlier. That is why you see when you do 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 1 plus 5 plus 7, it will give you 25, which means it has dipped by minus 25%. So at that point, you don't need to panic. We like it when it buys more because we make more money when it buys more. So at that point, you need to relax. Then I will explain what happens at that point later. So that is how the robot buys bit by bit from your $100 until he spreads it across the 7 shops. So that is the function of margin call drop. Now, what is the function of multiple buy-in ratio? I think my work is becoming rough here. So let me remove something. Now, what is the function of multiple buying ratio? Now, remember in my friend shop, I was able to use, I knew exactly how much I wanted to use, which was $15. And that made my money to be short to $85. And this $85, I want to use it from the first shop, from first shop to the seventh shop. Product we are buying is pepper, P for pepper. So now I used $15. I knew the amount I was going to use. I used $15 when the price of pepper was $5 in my friend shop. Then I now said that in the first in my friend shop, in the first shop, the price had to drop from $5 to 4.7 for me to enter the first shop. That means drop by 1.1%. Now the question now is, in this first shop that I have entered to buy pepper, since the price have dropped to 4.7, giving me a signal to enter the first shop. The question now is, how much am I going to use from this $85 to buy in that first shop, knowing that I'm not going to use this entire $85? How much am I going to use? It is the multiple buying ratio that tells you how much you use in each of these shops. So for the first shop, you are going to use 0.7 times your first buying amount. What is your first buying amount? That amount you use in your friend's shop in buying that amount, which is the $15 first buying amount. So 4.7 times 15 is equals to 10.5. 10.5. Now you are going to use 10.5 at this point. So from your $85, the robot is going to take 10.5%. So what is going to be left is, when you do 85 minus 10.5, let me check my example. 85 minus 10.5. So what will be left from your money is 74.5. Now it is this 74.5 you will use to enter the second shop. Now, on the second shop, you are now waiting now. Remember, our current price is now 4.7. For me to enter the second shop, the current price has to drop by 5%. Let's assume there is a drop on the current price by 5%. Now, that 5% means here is now at 4.0. That is, the new price is now at 4.0. Since I'm seeing the new price at 4.0, it means it has dropped by 5%. Means go ahead, enter into the second shop. So I'll enter into the second shop. At the second shop, how much am I going to use from this new 74.5 that is left? So what am I going to do is your multiple buying ratio. Use 0.3 times your first buying amount, which is 15. It will give me 4.5. Sorry, my mouse. It will give me 4.5. So when I use 4.5 here, how much will be left from my money? So if I subtract 74.5 from if I subtract 4.5 from 74.5, I'll be left with $70. Now, for me to enter the third shop, it means the current price, which is at 4.0, has to drop by 1%. Let's say it dropped by 1%, it takes the current price down to 3.8. Now, at 3.8, it will trigger me to enter the third shop. In the third shop, how much am I going to use from my $70 that is left? Is 1.3 times 15, which will give me 19.5. Which will give me 19.5. So if I do 70 minus 19.5, if I do 70 minus 19.5, what will I be left with? I'll be left with 50.5. I'll be left with 50.5. I'll be left with 50.5. Now, I'll use 19.5 here. So if I continue for the fourth shop, as the price dropped by 5%, the current price dropped by 5%, I will enter, because of time, let me fast forward. for the fourth, for me to enter the fourth shop, the current price has to drop by 5%. It will trigger me to enter the fourth shop. What will I use in the fourth shop? Still 4.5. That is 0.3 times 4.5. I've done that calculation. For me to enter the fifth shop, the current price has to drop by 1%. It has to drop by 1% to trigger me to enter the fifth shop. How much will I use in the fifth shop? 1.3 times 15, which will give me 19.5. That is how I will buy thing. It gets to yeah, will give me 4.5 again. Then the last one will still give me 19.5. So when you total everything together, 15 plus 10.5 plus 4.5 plus 19.5 plus 4.5 plus 19 plus 4.5 plus 19.5, the total will give you 100. So the entire $100 has been spread into your trade. So at that point, you will say that the market or that coin has dipped by minus 25%. Now, please listen carefully. Now, at that point, you are waiting minus 25%. You will be experiencing what they call floating loss. Now, floating loss is not a real loss. Floating loss is not a permanent loss. Floating loss is just like you went to the market and you bought bag of rice at 10,000. After 2 days, they now told you that the bag of rice is now sold at 5,000. At that point, you say you are losing 5,000, but by there, you are not losing 5,000 because the same quantity of bag of rice is still in your possession. At that point, if you wait patiently because you understand your business, they will now tell you a few days later the price of bag of rice is now sold at 6,000. At that point, you are in a floating loss of 4,000. The bag of rice will now go to 7,000. You're in a floating loss of 3,000. It will now go back to 8,000. You're in a floating loss of 2,000. It will go back to 9,000. You're a floating loss of 1,000. It will now go back to the initial price you bought. You are now on an evil ground. Then later, the bag of rice will now get to 11,000. At that point, you are on a floating profit. Now, maybe you want to sell that bag of rice at 15,000. You want to make 5,000. So when the bag of rice is at 11,000, you are making a profit of 1,000. But that is not your actual profit. It is also known as floating profit. When it gets to 12,000, you're making 2,000. It is not your actual profit. It's known as floating profit. When it gets to 13,000, you're making 3,000. When it gets to 14,000, you're making 4,000. It is known as floating profit. But immediately it gets to 15,000, the robot will trigger a sell because you have programmed it to sell at 15,000, which is your actual profit. So that is what floating loss and profit loss means. So at this point that it has dipped by minus 25%, as the price is going up back, you know it has dipped. Once the price is going up, it will sell 7. Look at it, this 7 now. You know, he bought 19.5. He used 19.5 of your money. It will sell 7 and give you 1.3 of this distributed take profit. 1.3 of your $19 that I used. It will sell 6 and give you 1.3 of the $4.5 he used there. It will sell 5 and give you 1.3% of the $19.5 he used in buying at that level. Now you are waiting for it to get 4 to 4. The price will drop again. It will buy 5, buy 6, buy 7. The price will go up again to sell 7, sell 6, sell 5. Now, that time that it is going up and down, it is taking advantage on the volatility downtrend and be giving you money across this 5th call to 7th call, 1.3, 1.3. So it's making money for you downtrend. That is why we call it distributed take profit allocation. You experience it downtrend when the coin is down. So the volatility is taking advantage on the volatility of the market to give you money downtrend. While you are waiting for the coin to sell, you are already making money downtrend. Then eventually it will get to the 5th call. Now from 5th call to the 7th call, it sells them as individual. But once it gets, when it sells the 5th call, once it gets to the 4th call, instead of it to sell the 4th call, it will combine the amount you use in buying 4th call, which is 4.5, combine the amount you use in buying 3rd call, which is 19.5, combine the amount you use in buying 2nd call, which is 4.5, combine the amount you use in buying first call, which is 10.5, combine the amount you use in buying the first buying amount, which is 15. Total all of them together and give you the whole position profit, which is 3%. So maybe on some say $2. $2 while you are waiting, you've already made about $2. And when it eventually sells, you now make additional profit of, let's say, additional profit of $3 or $2.5. Let's just put $3. So total profit you made on that trade is $5. $5, and it closes that entire trade. So while you are waiting, you are making money downtrend. No exchanges can give you these features. This is known as the default settings of Rqtmi. This is how Rqtmi is programmed to trade for us. These default settings. You allow it to buy naturally by itself, and you enjoy software downtrend while you are waiting if the trade goes against you. Take note of that. So having said this, we have two types of settings. We have the default settings and we have the bull practice settings. So which I just explained for you now is the default settings. So what then is the bull practice? The bull practice is divided into two. We have category 1 and category 2. Please, for bull practice, we have category 1 and category 2. Take note that for Magic 1, you can only use bull tactics category 1. For Magic 3, rather, for Magic 3, you can only use bull tactics category 1. You cannot use bull tactics category 2. But however, when it comes to Magic 1 and Magic 5, you can make use of both bull tactics category 1 and bull tactics category 2 on Magic 1 and Magic 5. Take note of that, please. Take note of that, please. So having said that, let's see how we make use of bull tactics category 1. Now, bull tactics means that we want to manipulate the robot. That is where you learn the skill on how to manipulate this robot to your advantage. That is why you see someone using $100 to make $2, and another person is using $100 to make $10. What is the difference? It is in their knowledge on how to use the robot to their advantage. So that is what we want to explain now. For bull tactics category 1, how does it work? Now, the idea of bull tactics is simply by manipulating the robot to operate against its default settings. How do we do it? Now, we want a situation whereby from the first shop to the fourth shop, you're already having your $100 inside. We want your 100% of your capital to be inside from the first shop to the fourth shop. Reason being that you know that it sees the first call to the fourth call, it sees them as one entity. It sees them as one entity. So the idea is to ensure that 100% of your capital is inside from the first buying amount down to the fourth shop. That is what you want to ensure. So that when you are taking 3%, it's giving you 3% of $100, which is $3.3. If you are taking 5%, 5% of $100 is giving you $5. If you are taking 10%, 10% of $100 is giving you $10. Now, you remember, if we use the default settings, by the time you buy from first call to the fourth call, you can only have maybe at this point, you only have, if you do the calculation, only have $54 inside here. $54 inside here. Like from here, when you add everything to this point, I think it's $54 you have inside. Now the remaining $64, it will use it to spread it from fifth call, sixth call, seventh call, and use that $46 and be giving you subset. So eventually you have made $2 here. Let's say for instance, you have made $2 here. Ogochukwu, please stop writing on my screen. You have made $2 here. Now, with this $54, now let's assume 3% of $54. What is it going to give to you? So if 3% of $54 gives you 3 divided by will give you $1.65. So you have already made $2 downtrend plus 1.6, total of $3.65. Are you seeing it? $3.65. Now, if it does not buy to the fifth call, take note, if it does not buy again to the fifth call, maybe it buys up to the fourth call and went up to stay your 3 point and to give you 3.3%. It means it's going to be giving you 3% of 3% of $54, which is $1.6. That is what you are going to make if it does not buy fifth, sixth, and seventh call and does not give you stop sale of $2. So we have situation whereby it will buy only from the first call to the fourth call. It will not buy fifth call. At that point, it has bought only from the first call to the fourth call. It means from your $100, it has used only $54. And it goes up to do 3%. 3% of $54, that is what you are going to make, which is 1.65%. But if it goes down to buy more to the seventh call, you might enjoy stop sale and make $2. By the time you add $2 plus 1.65, it will be giving $3.65. So because we are in a bull season, sometimes you don't see it buying up to the fifth call. It might just buy first, second, third, and fourth call, goes up and stay and give you 3%. So that is why people also want to use bull tactics, a situation whereby you need to ensure that the entire your $100 is distributed from first buying amount to the fourth call. You have 100% of your capital inside, because the chances of buying fifth, sixth, and seventh might be slim because of the bull season. That is why people do bull tactics. So this is the idea. How do you now, knowing that from first buy to first call, fourth call is 54 naturally, $54 that will be inside. How do I now make it up that $100 will be showing up here? That is now what give rise to what we call manual replenishment, or we call it manual buy. You either call it manual replenishment or manual buy. So how do you do this manual replenishment? So I love taking it step by step. To do your manual replenishment, first, the idea is that you want 100% of your capital to be in from the first call to the fourth call. So what am I going to do? The first step is I will lock the fifth call. First step, step one, lock the fifth call, lock fifth call using 50%. So I'll come to this fifth call in my royal queue settings. I'll change this 1% to 50%. What am I telling the robot? Robot, once you buy from first call to the fourth call, as soon as you get to fifth call, don't buy until it dips, the price dip by 50%, which we know that it will be difficult for it to dip by 50% because we are in the bull season, not the bear season. So you have locked it that way. That is step one. Step two, what you do now, you come to your multiple buying ratio, because you have locked the fifth call. You will add 0.7, your multiple buying ratio, 0.7 plus 0.3 plus 1.3 plus 0.3. It will give you, I think, what will it give you? 2.6. It will give you 2 points. Let me confirm. 0.7 plus. So it will give me 2.6. Then step three, please take note of step 3. Thank you, Queen Adenike. Step 3, what you do is this 2.6 plus 1, this one is always constant. And this one is the position that my friend shop was occupying, is the position this first buying amount is occupying. So plus 1, it will now give me 3.6. Sorry, my mouse is misbehaving. It will now give me 3.6. So it will give me 3.6. Step 3, this 3.6 now, okay, this is step 4. This 3.6 times your first buy-in amount. What is your first buy-in amount, which is this 15? Times your first buying amount, it will give you times 15. It will give you 54. It will give me 54. It will give me 54. Now, this 54 that it has given me, step 5 now. Take note of that. Let me cancel. Step 5 now. You will take your capital. What is your capital? $100. Step 5. $100, which is your capital. Step 5. What's wrong with my mouse now? $100 minus 54 will give me 46. Now, this 46 is what I will use as my manual buy or manual replenishment. Manual buy, so that is the calculation. So if you are calculating for 100, 200, this is the same way. If you are using Magic 1 or Magic 5 and you want to do good practice category 1, this is the same step you will take in calculating your. So when I tell people ingest 46, I didn't just manufacture the figure. It was through a calculation we just did, and you do it through the help of your, when you lock your fifth call. So let's just do one exercise now. Meaning, if I lock my fourth call and put 50% here, it means that what I'm going to be considering is first, second, and third alone, and do my calculation. If I lock my third call, put 50 here, what I'll be considering is first and second alone, and do my calculation. So you can decide to lock your fourth call, put 50%. Let it just buy only from first to third call, and 100% of your capital is inside. But however, if you are locking your fourth call, know that the multiple buy ratio is going to stop at the third call. So that is that. I believe that is clear. So this 46 now is what I'll use as my manual replenishment. So the question now is, when do I do this manual replenishment? When do I force this 46 inside my trade? Now you are going to force it immediately it peaks your $15. Now remember, this $15, I bought pepper at $5. So as I bought this pepper, I'm waiting for the price of this pepper to drop by 1%. And 1% is around 4.7 from my explanation, for you to now use to buy on the first shop. Now, between this $5 and 4.7, there's 4.9, there's 4.8. So I want to do my manual replenishment immediately after the price at which it peaked the $15, which is $5, drop. If it drops by 4.9, I can do my manual replenishment faster. Remember, the key is to buy more cheaper. Or if it drops by 4.8, I do my manual replenishment faster. You don't do manual replenishment higher than the price you bought your $15. You cannot be doing manual replenishment when the price is now 5.1 or 5.2. No, you do manual replenishment after it peaks this $15 and the price has dropped from $5 to 4.9 or 4.8. That is when you force in this money. So by the time you force in this money, you will now have 15, which is this first buy, plus 46 inside your trade, which will be giving you $61. So the remaining money, it will use it to buy from first call to the fourth call. But at times you find out that the market does not go down for it to buy from first call to the fourth call. It will automatically go up and give you 3% of $61. So if you have not forced this $46 into the trade, if the market goes up, it will be giving you 3% of $15, which is about 0 point something cents. That is why you see some people will be making cents, why some people will be making $2, $3, because of these boot taxes they are using. That is the difference between someone using default and boot taxes. But however, default settings has its advantage and boot taxes has its advantage. Now, what is the disadvantage of boot taxes? Now, remember, you are forcing your money from first call to the fourth call. You want 100% of your capital to be inside this trade, your entire $100. So once you have injected your entire $100 here, you have locked here by 50%. Now, if the trade goes against you and dip further, when it gets to the fifth call, the bot will try to trigger to buy, but it will show their insufficient form because you have used all your money from first call to the fourth call. You don't have any money longer. So the boat will be unable to buy. At that point, you are on a floating loss. So for both tactics, when you are in floating loss and you are waiting for your coin to recover to sell and give you your profit, you will not be seeing money stop sell because it did not buy fifth call, sixth call to seventh call. You will not be enjoying sub sell. While you are waiting, you will not enjoy sub sell. But for default settings, it is the opposite because you allow your money to spread from first call to the seventh call. While you are waiting, even if the trade goes against you, you'll be enjoying subset downtrend. But the difference is that you might end up, the difference between default settings and bull tactics is that if for default setting, if the price did not go further to buy fifth call, sixth call, seventh call, and it buys only from first call to fourth call. Remember, it's only $54 that is inside. If it sells trade, it gives you $1.69 as profit. But whereas for bull tactics, you have already injected everything, and if the price did not give further and it goes up, it will give you $3.3 profit if you take 3%. If you take 5%, it will give you $5. If you take 10%, it will give you $10. That is the difference between bull tactics and default settings. So what we do here, what we advise you to do, because we know that some people would want to be using bull tactics, and when the trade goes against them and they are waiting, they are not seeing money down, then they might get frustrated. Now, what we do, we advise, yes, the minimum coin you can trade at a time is 3 coins, while the maximum coin you can trade at a time is 10 coins. So if you are trading 3 coins, put 2 on default setting. Depending on how patient you are, put 2 on default setting, put 1 on bull tactics. If you are a patient person, you can put 2 on bull tactics and put 1 on default settings. If you are trading 4 coins, put 2 on default settings and 2 on bull tactics. If you are trading 6 coins, put 3 on bull tactics, 3 on default settings. That way you are going to see results. So however, if you are trading with $100, please stick to default settings. Stick to default settings. If you are also trading with 150 or it's not up to $100, we can, if maybe you are trading with 160 thereabout, we can also use this thing to manipulate for you, in which you can have bull tactics going on and also default settings. We are going to inject some money so that even we'll make it both default and bull tactics for you. But once you have $100 alone, please stick to default settings so that in case the trade goes against you while you are waiting, you are enjoying substance. Substance alone can give you $2, $3. Sometimes it gives some people $4. There's a coin I'm on, it has not sold. Already it's giving me $7. And it might end up giving me more than that before it goes to sell. And when it sells, I will be expecting another $50-something thereabout. So if peradventure it sells like this now, and it has already given me success of $7 plus $50-something, you know how much that is. So that is how it works here. So that is that. So now the question now is, how do you put these settings in your royal queue? These settings, some people don't know how to put these settings in your royal queue, and some people don't know how to even inject the money. So that takes me to, I will share this screen with you people, then we'll end the section to show you how to put the Excel sheet templates. Dollar Queen, can you see my screen?
Yes, coach, I can see your screen.
Are you seeing now?
Yes, I
Let
can
me,
see your screen.
what are you seeing now?
I'm seeing red and black.
Okay.
Connection loss. Why?
Wait,
That is what it is.
I'm coming. Let me connect it. I'm trying to connect my phone to the. Also, this thing will connect. You guys should give me some time. So I'm done explaining the Excel sheet. I just want to show you the newbies. You're welcome, King Infinite. I just want to show you how to put these settings in your Royal queue and save it. My network. I don't know why this screen mirroring is always like this. At the point I need it. So if you have any question, start dropping your questions, please. Let me see how I can attend to them.
Coach, Mr. Anthony has a question.
Okay, let's see. What's the question? Let me see. I'm not seeing his question. Is he raising his hand up or he dropped it? I don't know why
He's
this.
raising his hand up. Anthony, you can unmute your mic.
Good afternoon, Coach White.
Good afternoon, sir.
Thank you so much for your amazing teaching. In fact, I'm really impressed. It's very educative.
Thank you, sir.
I don't know. My question actually is not on this. It's one of your previous video that you did.
Okay.
I don't know. I'll be trying to join your session so that I can ask. But most time when you are on session, I'm at work. So sometimes
Okay.
I'm not able to join your session. So I don't know if I can ask now. I use this opportunity to ask.
You can. You can so that
Okay,
people
thank
can
you.
learn from that.
Okay, it's one of the video you took on two indicator tactics, short
Okay.
entry and long. Yes. So in that video, you taught us how to use a short time frame and a long time frame. That is the confirmation
Okay.
time.
Okay.
And you use the price range to take the trade from the current price. Then you took it to like 1.5%.
Okay.
Yeah, but you didn't really explain how we're going to, use that analysis to trade. What I mean is,
Okay.
when we
Okay.
are
I
trading,
understand how you can use it to pick
uh
a trade. Okay. This is what we are going to do. Well, we are going to do that on Friday. Just try as much as possible to so that I can use it to trade for you guys live to show you guys how to use it to trade, how to compute that analysis into. That's what we do for any newbie that just come on board. Like before the session, why I came into the session late, one of the reasons is because there's a new person that just came on board. I was trying to place trade for the person. And I showed the person how to use trading without analysis, the -3, -5, -4% rule that we talked about. And the person picked the trade, and I showed the person how to place the coin into the real queue, click trade, do every process, and explained every one dashboard for the person. And the person was wow. So is what you once you come on board is the first thing you will be taught. You cannot be outside and want to experience what is inside. You cannot have everything 100%. That is just the truth. But once you come, you interface with these things firsthand. Even if I show you, if you are not in royalty, if you are not doing it yourself, you will still not understand. So even people who just came on board, doing it firsthand does not make them understand. They have to do it repeatedly before they understand the process of setting that coin they've analyzed into their royalty. So you have to be on board. You have to come on board, be part of it to have the experience. So we cannot just give you everything 100% here. But however, if on Friday we can have the opportunity to place a trade for someone who, if I have a downline, that I will wait for this section to use this section to place a trade for the person so that you people will learn from it. Is my question answered? Are you satisfied with what I said?
Yes,
Mr.
yes,
Anthony?
to some extent.
Okay, let's
Yes,
wait
to
for
some extent.
Friday. Let's wait for Friday.
Okay.
You are yet to come on board, Abi?
No, I'm on board already. I'm on board.
You're on board already. So how come you don't know how to place a trade from analysis?
Yeah, where the confusion is when you say you take the thing to 1.5%, what I
Is
want
it
to
where
know
to...
is
Okay. Okay.
where will that 1.5% be in that real key robot?
It will be in your position take profit now, where you have that 3% default settings. You change it to 1.5.
Okay.
If signal comes with 5%, you go and change that default setting from 3% to 5%. If signal comes with 10%, you change that position. This is it. Are you not seeing? Okay, let me go back to my... I now know what you're saying. Excel sheet. Are you seeing the Excel sheet? Now, in your royal queue settings, don't you see this whole position take profit? When you
Yes,
are placing
yes.
trade. This is where you always change it. If a signal comes with 5%, replace here with 5%. If it comes with 1.5%, replace it with 1.5%. If it comes with 10%, replace it with 10%. It's as simple as that.
Okay, so that is the only thing we change on the Excel settings, right?
Yeah, yes,
In the analysis.
that's the only thing. So if you are using $100 settings and they give you 1.5% take profit, come here and change it to 1.5%. If you are using $100 settings and they give you 10% for that signal, come here and change it from 3% to 10%. 3% is our default take profit. If you are trading without analysis, always use 3% because you did not analyze it, so that you can come out of the market faster. But however, if you go to our signal channel and they drop signal, you're seeing 4%, 5%, 10%. All you need to do is, once you compute the settings into the robot, always remember to edit the take profit that signal came with. If it's 4%, change it to 4%. If it's 5%, change it to 5%. On your royal queue, you are going to see all these things. That's what I want to show you now, please. Now, pay attention. Now, this is my royal queue. Okay, I will go to mine. This is mine. For those of you who are still on this call, I'll click on mine. I want to put out settings from the Excel sheet. I'll click on mine. It will open here. The next thing, I'll click on my strategy settings. I'll click on my... Hope you guys are seeing my screen.
Yes.
I'll click on my strategy settings. Look at all the settings I've put here. 320, 500, 600, like that. Different depending on the capital I want to use. I don't want $100 settings here. So for $100 settings, all I need to do is I'll come here. Let me show the upside. I'll click on my plus sign. I'll click on my plus sign. This is the plus sign. I want to add my settings. Now I'll go to my Excel sheet. What is my Excel sheet saying? For risk type, what is risk type saying? Risk type is saying radical. Is that not so?
Yes.
I'll change here my risk type to radical. I'll change here to radical. Sorry. I'll change here to radical. I'll change it to radical, confirm, radical. Remark is $100, right? In my Excel sheet, what is the remark? $100. I'll come back and put $100 here. This is the only work people are running away from, that is making people to put their money into Ponzi scheme, putting money into a third party's platform. This is the work they are avoiding, just a one-time something. Now, first buying amount, $15, you put it here. Open position double, do not enable. I do not enable it. My AI margin call is not here. It's somewhere. I'll go and switch it after now because I'm using Android. For iPhone users, you see it here. Margin call limit is 7. It's already 7. All position take profit ratio. Now, if your signal comes with 5%, instead of you to put 3% here, you put 5%. If it's 10%, you put 10% here. You just change it here. So in this case, it is 3%. That is why I'm putting 3%. So that analysis that I did, I said take 1.5%. All you need to do here, come here and change it to 1.5%. Depending on the magic you are using to trade. If you do 1.5% of $100, how much is it going to give you? That 1.5% is for people who have big capital. If you have $10,000, you do 1.5% 4 times in a day. Do you know how much is it? If you have $1,000, 1.5% 4 times in a day, you are out. Do you know how much you're going to make? It's for people who want to snipe the market. That is why we call it short entry, because people don't like wasting time in the market. So for all position take profit, what is the Excel sheet saying? All position take profit callback is 0.01. You come here and put your 0.01. Because of time, your buying callback, let's jump magic configuration. We'll come to magic configuration. Your buying callback is 0.01. Your distributed take profit allocation is 1.3 from Excel sheet. 1.3. But me, I like putting 1.8 to make a bigger profit here. 1.8. So if you want to leave it at 1.3, fine. But I like putting 1.8. Then you confirm. Then you come to sub position take profit callback. You look your Excel sheet. What is sub position take? 0.01. 0.01. Then 0.01. Then you come to strategy period. You are using one shot. You want to learn skill. You don't have big capital. You are using one shot. You change here to one shot. One shot. That is it. Then you go. Don't forget we jump our margin configuration. Then we go back to margin configuration. We open your margin configuration. Is the last thing here. Margin configuration, which is here. So I'm opening it. It's divided into 2 sides. Margin call drop and margin this. So from your Excel sheet, the margin call drop is 151. First call is 1. Second call is 5. 1.5 to 7. So I'll come here. Simple. Change my first call to 1. Second call to 5. Do one side first so that you don't make mistake. 1.5. 1. Fourth call 5. 1. Sixth call 5. Seventh call 7. The seventh call is 7. That is that. Then for multiple buying ratio, you check 0.7, 0.3, 1.3. So you come here. Your first buy is 0.7. The second one is 0.3. Third one is 1.3. Fourth one is 0.3. Fifth one is 1.3. 1.3. Sixth one is 0.3. And the seventh one is 1.3. Then you save, you confirm. Once you confirm, you click on confirm, you click on save. That setting has been saved. You are not going to come back to your Excel sheet to do $100 settings again, except you upgrade. Except you upgrade. sorry, $100 settings again, except you upgrade to 320 where you use Magic 1 setting, or you upgrade to 520 where you use Magic 5 setting. So this is how to put that template into your Excel sheet, and that is all. So now, how do you now pick your coin? Now, let's say we now give you a signal. My network is, let's say we now give you a signal X. Let me on my VPN. We are almost. If you have any question, drop. If it's clear, so far so good. I just want to show people how to. Yes, Dollar Queen.
Mr. Mohammed Sadu have a question. He's raising up his hand. Let me unmute.
Okay, let's ask the question. Ask your question, please.
Okay,
Good afternoon,
Mr.
sir.
Mohammed, ask your question.
Good afternoon, sir. Good afternoon,
Afternoon.
sir.
Afternoon. Yes, afternoon, King
Yes, sir.
Mohammed.
Thank you, sir. My question is in respect of this setting that you say once the occurrence is deep by 25%, that is to say under Magic Tree, and you are using fund of $100, you should wait patiently to sell, because I'm experiencing that right now. The
Okay.
price has dipped. And my soft sell from 7 margin call 7 and 6 and 5 has not been sold for a long time now.
Okay.
And
now,
and hello, sir. And I don't have a downline yet. I'm just a V1, and we are working towards that to get a fund either through downline or through our daily struggling to see. So what, for instance, somebody had a little fund like 50 or 20 or $30, how is he going to change the setting again in order to add that fund to it, to at least to buy those magic coin that has been deep, because already they have exhausted the seventh core and the price keep dipping.
okay. I understand you.
And this,
Now,
sorry,
if
sir,
you
it's a
want to,
particular trade, sir. I say it's a particular trade you pick on the one of the signal send that was almost 20 or 25 days ago, which is back. Yeah, back.
okay. Now, you guys should listen carefully. Once your coin dips like that,
Yes, sir.
that's why I will tell you this is a marketplace. It follows the law of demand and supply. Now, once you are experiencing a dip like that, all you need to do is to wait patiently. If you go and check your boats, you will see. That is why we always tell you leave it as sub-binary time settlement. Sub-binary time settlement. I think let me still show you my screen. Now, if you leave it as sub-binary time settlement, what you will experience is you will see where your coin is going to, the price at which your coin is going to start selling the 7th, the 6th, and the 8th coin. If the coin has not pumped to that price, it will not trigger your 7th coin. So what we are saying that, one, you should wait patiently. But if you cannot wait patiently, if you have enough capital, you can do what they call, you can open more margin calls. But if you want to open more margin call on that trade, you have to use Magic 2 to do that. We have to use Magic 2 to open more Magic call, and that Magic 2 is minimum of 520. So it means that we are going to convert that your Magic 1 is going to be converted if you are using Magic 2. So, but since you don't have that kind of capital to open more margin call for you to start enjoying soft set downtrend, all we are saying is wait patiently. That is why we are saying that for anybody who wants to do crypto, the one quality of any trader is patience. Because even this floating loss you are experiencing, a lot of persons are experiencing it in the different exchanges. You are not the only one. Some can even lead to permanent loss, liquidation from the market. So all we are saying is wait patiently. As I'm talking to you, I'm on a floating loss in some coin. But in some coin, I'm still on a floating loss, but it's still giving me money sub-stare.
Yeah.
That is why we are telling you that if you have only $100, make use of default settings. And if you don't have more capital, also take advantage on the other opportunities that Rqtmi has, which is promote your business. And promoting your business does not require anything. We have what works. It's just all about posting and talking about your business. If you are on that V6 group, anything that is posted there, post on your status. That is how we get results. When someone comes to ask us about the business, we send them everything. We try as much as possible to be transparent about the business. But however, this is just a temporary something. We are at the bull season, the peak of the bull season. What we are just waiting for is interest rates to be cut down. But because of Donald Trump's policies, tariff, and the whole thing, that is what is even making the market like this. 2021 bull season, it was started in February. It was massive. This year's bull season is going to be massive because you have a lot of institutional players. Countries are involved. Before in 2021, it was just retailers like me and you. But now you have institutions involved. You have countries involved. So you don't have any idea what is going to happen. But what we are trying to tell you is why you are experiencing temporary setback of floating loss, which is not a real loss. Learn about your business. Learn the intrinsic parts of the business, because when the bull run kicks off, any moment from now, the kind of euphoria that will be on the different groups you are, people will be posting results left, right, center. At that point, tension will be on you because you lack the skill. What time will you now have to come and meet me to tell me that I should teach you how to place this one? When me too, I've also experienced the same floating loss as you, and it's now time for me to cash out. Is it that time I want to start telling you, Magic 1, do it like this? Magic 2, do it? No, I won't have that time. So take opportunity of this time to learn the necessary things you need to learn. Forget about your float. You will come out of it. The good thing here is, one, your money is in your custody. Two, you are not losing your funds. You are not losing your funds. Take note of that. This is the two things that should make you sleep and wake up every day happy while learning the skill. You will see results. Every one of you who is true to the process is going to see results. Even if the bull run is going to take just 3 months, the kind of money you can make, you will not even believe it. But the truth is, you can make most out of anything if you have the right skill and the right mindset. So have it in mind that every one of us is going through this same challenge. But what is the difference between me and you? It is in my mindset and the level of knowledge I have about the business, because it is not about Rqtmi. It is about the crypto market. Rqtmi is just a software that is helping us to mitigate the crypto market, to make us, to ensure that it helps us to see how it can manage our risks and help us to maximize profits. But the crypto market is a separate thing. Please, just be patient, learn, keep learning, don't give up, keep learning, do whatever you see your leaders doing. If it is not working, we will not be here. Since 2021, a lot of businesses have shut down, a lot of Ponzi schemes have come and gone. But we are here. We are here. So please let me see another question. I hope that is okay. Don't.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
When you come out of it. No.
Thank
Welcome.
you, sir. Thank you, sir.
Thank you, sir. Please, my question, sir.
Yeah,
I have $300 and I need to trade on $100 each. Do I need to add up to 3 strategies? No. That's your $100 settings is enough to take care for the 3 coins. You don't need to go back to the Excel sheet to do 3 to save 3 different $100 settings. No, that one that you have saved, one is okay for the 3 coins to go. King Ibrahim, have I answered your question? And however, if you are new here and you are yet to find your bearing, always seek for your upline's guidance. always seek for your upline guidance, please. Yeah, if you follow simple instruction, you won't miss road. And if peradventure someone who brings you into the business is not serious, is not teaching you, go to the royalty dashboard and look for a mentor you feel can be your mentor. Chat up the person, please, I want to make you my mentor. Then the person will accept and become your mentor. And mentor you from there. King Rolly, kindly demonstrate how you can apply trade signals for the WhatsApp channel. That will be for Friday class, please. For Friday class. Please, Coach Well, can you check this screenshot? Where is the screenshot, please? I'm not seeing the screenshot. Coach, please make me co-host. Okay. Dollar Queen is out. Okay, I've made you co-host, Dollar Queen. So, King Anthony, I'm not seeing. It's trying to load. The screenshot is trying to load. Let me see if I can see the screenshot. Okay. What about the screenshot, please? I'm not seeing your auto Fibonacci. I'm not seeing your auto Fibonacci this thing. From all indication on the 5 minutes, your RSI is saying you should go ahead. But your auto Fibonacci, I don't know if it's telling me it's an uptrend or a downtrend. So maybe you can wait for Wednesday class and we'll talk about the Friday class because of time, please. Please. Anthony, King Anthony, please, because of time, on Friday, do something like this for me and send me. I will attend to it. But your RSI is saying at least two of this thing is okay. This exit price, will it be added to our trading settings? Now, yes, that is your take profit 2%. You are going to add this 2%. You are going to change that 3 opposition take profit from 3% to 2%. That is what I meant, please. Is it clear, Anthony? That your 2% that you took, the take profit of 2%, you will change it. Not the price. No, not the price. It's the take profit. You change it from 3% to 2%, not the price, please. Yes, just the percent. Why your entering point, which is 0.2223, that is the price at which you will enter. But the price at which you come out is at 0.045. But what will determine that price is the 2% that you are going to change inside where you have that 3%. Sorry, you are going to come out at 0.2267. So what will determine that 0.2267 is your 2%. Please, let me see. This is the last question I will attend to. King Infinis. Yes, the robot will exit the price for you. It is the robot's responsibility once you give it that command. King Infinity, well done, sir. Please, assuming I want to open a trade for 5 different coins, do I need to perform settings magic for each one, or can a single setting be used for all of them? Now, let's assume you want to use $500 and you want to trade on Magic 3 settings. Magic 3 settings is minimum of $100. So meaning once you have put down Magic 3 settings, you don't need any other 4 different Magic 3 settings again. That one Magic 3 settings will go for the 5 coins. Now, let's assume you are now trading the 5 coins using Magic 3. So that Magic 3 settings will go for the 5 coins. You don't need to go and repeat that Magic 3 settings 4 different times again. But if you are not trading on 5 coins using Magic 3, you now have someone now gave you, or you now top your account with $1,000, or $1,040. You want to trade Magic 5 settings. Now, if you have $1,040, if you divide it into 2, it means it can trade you 2 coins using Magic 5. So each coin will be 520. All you need to do is go to your Excel sheet and save your 520 settings, which is Magic 5 settings. That's one Magic 5 settings will cover for the 2 coins that you want to trade using Magic 5. So you don't need to save Magic 5 settings twice again. I hope that is clear. King Efinis, I hope that is clear. So I would like to end this section. This is over 2 hours class, and the turn up is still encouraging. So let's end this section. Let me just get a response for King Efinis. Okay, thank you very much. So thank you everyone for your patience in this class. Thank you so much. I really appreciate your time. You guys should just believe the process, trust the process. At the end of the day, we are going to achieve our goals. We are going to achieve our goals. Thank you, everyone. I will make the video available as soon as it comes out. Thank you. Do have a lovely day ahead of you. Bye bye for now.